Welcome back to another episode of The Finance Therapist. I'm your host, Michelle Pava, and today we're going to deep dive into a topic that hits home for many of us, the intersection of homelessness and mental health. Homelessness is a nationwide crisis in the United States. So you might have already heard about the recent initiative in California aimed at addressing homelessness with a particular focus on mental health support and housing solutions. But like I said, this isn't just isolated to the West Coast. This is a nationwide crisis that affects communities across the United States. Homelessness and mental health are deeply intertwined. Many individuals experiencing homelessness, mental health challenges, such as severe mental illness or substance abuse disorders, can often be both a cause and a consequence of their situation. And while providing shelter is crucial, it is equally important to address the underlying mental health issues that contribute to homelessness in the first place. So I think we're all going to be looking at initiatives like Proposition 1 because we're going to be looking at that as a model by mandating that counties allocate funds towards housing and specialized programs tailored to homelessness and homeless individuals struggling with these mental health issues. We are going to be looking at California, who is taking a step towards providing essential support to those who need it the most. And I think that's what we all are going to be looking at is how can we, in our individual counties and cities, how can we do this? While this initiative is certainly a positive development, it is really just one piece of the puzzle. Because here's the thing, homelessness is not just about having a place to live. It's about not having access to the mental health care and support services that can help individuals address the root causes of their homelessness. And obviously, this extends far beyond the borders of California. So one of the number one things is recognize that homelessness and mental health are not separate issues. And I feel like as members in our own communities, we all have to play a role in addressing both. There's a few ways to do it. Okay, so we can support local organizations that provide mental health services to homeless individuals. We can advocate for policies that prioritize mental health care, or we can simply raise awareness about the issue. So each and every one of us can make a difference. But of course, there's another side to this. There are critics of Prop 1, and Proposition 1 is noble on paper, they say, but the execution leaves much to be desired. So, according to some, the initiative would only provide housing for about 3% of the total number of unhoused Californians, and that is a drop in the bucket compared to what is truly needed, obviously. The other thing they say is that it comes with a really big price tag. So this hefty price tag is going to be paid for by taxpayers, and that imposes a new $6.8 billion bond primarily to fund forced treatment and institutionalization. So this raises a lot of concerns about the long-term impact on mental health care in California, and also for those who rely on community-based services to avoid more restrictive and often traumatizing interventions. So one thing that they're saying is that this money is now going to be moved over to other areas, and where people used to be able to get some support, there's not going to be funding for it now. So there are proponents to it as well. But here's the thing, I just want to leave you with this thought. So if homelessness and mental health are challenges that do affect us all, and they're challenges that demand our attention and our action, what can we do about it? How can we come together as a community? And how can we create a future where everyone has access to the support and resources they need to thrive, and also the support and resources it takes for our communities to be safe, and even for our communities to be economically sound. So anyway, let me know what you think about this. Thank you for tuning in to The Finance Therapist. I'm Michelle Pava, your host, and I will catch you next time as we continue to talk about feelings and finance and ways that we can support our communities by being financially well and financially compassionate with our communities and ourselves.